If you're one of those people who believes that Democrats care about the people, that Democrats want to have a fair, open, and honest debate, the Democrats are representative of the interests, the Democrats want to listen, the Democrats are open to ideas, then I have some disappointing news and evidence for you. Now, it's not proof that all Democrats are like this, but it is proof sufficient for the destination and direction of the new administration to cause you pause and to give a lot of people buyer's remorse or Biden remorse. If you go to the White House YouTube webpage, you will find that every single one of their videos has had the comments turned off. This means that you can't actually respond to, comment on, ask questions about, or in any way engage in a dialogue or discussion with the White House on their own YouTube page, which is a little ironic since YouTube once shut down a previous president, but that's another story. So when I see YouTube channels where they turn the comments off, it makes me wonder about their confidence in their own content or in the value of their content. It makes me wonder about them as a content creator. Now, you may not have nice things to say to me, or you may not agree with what I have to say, but I don't turn the comments off. There are two commentators in my entire history on social media where YouTube has deleted their accounts without my having to request it because they were full of inflammatory, derogatory, bigoted statements, and they were unapologetic, and they didn't even try to hide it. So YouTube deleted them automatically. I didn't have to. YouTube deletes them sometimes before I even get a chance to read them. So the fact that I know that happens means that if there was something truly inappropriate that were posted to the White House's YouTube site, YouTube would remove it automatically. What this means is that the moderators don't want to have to scroll through the comments and decide because they expect there to be a lot of pushback. It's a little bit laughable that the most popular president ever elected in the United States is so afraid of public comment that he doesn't actually allow the public to comment, or at least his administration has refused to allow it. Now, that doesn't stop people like me from commenting on it elsewhere on our own channels, but it means that those who go to the lion's share of individuals who go and watch this will never even know that I existed or that I had these thoughts. Interestingly, however, since they can't shut down the thumbs up and thumbs down system, the most telling thing about the White House's videos is the ratio of likes to dislikes, which is sort of an interesting measure given the fact that the Democrat Party is touting Joe Biden as the most popularly elected president we've ever had, where as a measurement of my views, I'm more popular than he is. And now, of course, that's on a per capita basis and not on a total basis because I don't have anywhere near the number of viewers, but I don't have anywhere near the same thumbs up, thumbs down ratio that he does. And I scrolled just briefly through those videos today to get kind of a feel for it because I'd heard this rumor, and I found that the least disliked video is the video of the inauguration, which has roughly a 1/3 like to dislike ratio. Many of the other videos are 8 or 10 times, if not more, many dislikes than likes, which is a little bit interesting. Now, because this is an opinion poll, it's not terribly scientific, but it does say something about it. It says many things about what we can expect from a Biden presidential administration. It says that what we can expect is for him to do whatever he damn well pleases, that there will be no even pretense at bipartisanship. There will be no care or concern whether or not the people like what he has to say, which is typical of most Democrat politicians, let's just face it, or liberals, because there's some rhinos who should be Democrats, but I'll have something to say about one of those later. To where this is not a democracy. He doesn't care what you have to say. He has a mandate or a woman date. And so he's going to follow through with that come hell or high water. So there'll be no pushback, no commentary, no criticism tolerated whatsoever, which is exactly a hallmark of a free society. And it says that they're afraid and that the people who don't like him for perhaps the first time ever, are showing up as being vehemently opposed to him, however muted their voice may be. It is the common presumption among the media, because of how polls and opinions are conducted, that if you look at the bias in terms of the polling data, that it is no mystery at how Democrats routinely come out on top. But when they don't control who comes to participate in the poll, like you don't on a YouTube channel, it's evident that anti-Biden individuals are much, much more engaged than the election results would imply. But it's very possible, since I mentioned Biden, the election, and other things, that somewhere at the bottom of this video, YouTube will feel obliged to report that Joe Biden is the president of the United States, as if we don't already know that. And the only reason you would need to keep reminding us of that is because you're afraid that it's not true. Thomas Sowell said that something about many people believe lies because they're repeated ad nauseum so much that they take that as evidence that the lie is true. But the loud repetition of a lie does not make it truth. It just makes it a loudly repeated lie. And the loud repetition that you can see from these results on the White House's YouTube channel tell a different story than that which we have heard over the last several months. I am hopeful that your voice means something, but I am afraid that we are in the decline of America as a republic, as a nation, as an influence, as a civilization. At some point it must happen. Do you have enough toilet paper this time? Godspeed and good luck.